Senna is an herb that comes from a variety of flowering species known as Cassia plants, often used to make some tea. Senna leaf, fruit, and pods have been used in tea as a natural laxative support for centuries. In fact, Arabian physicians are said to have discussed senna's medicinal qualities all the way back to the 9th century AD. Hi, I'm Mary Bourne, traditional naturopath, and I love sharing natural remedies with people. Natural remedies have been around for hundreds, even thousands of years, like the one we're going to discuss today. And sometimes we talk about the culinary as well as the medicinal effects of a plant. But today, there really are no culinary uses for senna. It truly is a medicinal plant and grown for that particular support. Natural remedies work on humans. They've been around for that long because they're effective, and oftentimes they can be used for your pet problems, but those you need to research and make sure that it is okay for pets to take. This particular herb is not exactly one that is used for pets. Time tested back into the 9th century to be an effective support for constipation. This herb is generally made into a tea, but can be taken in dried and encapsulated form. Most of the sites I checked for information were quick to say it was FDA approved for over-the-counter use as a laxative. Although most herbalists use it in tea form, the FDA has not really sanctioned tea form. What they wanted was to create an atmosphere so that they could make the drug that would support pharmaceutical industry. And so, when something is FDA approved, it doesn't thrill me at all. It actually gives me pause, because 50% of the drugs that are approved by the FDA within 5 years are taken off the shelves. You can't find them anymore. So that is not a good approval rate as far as I'm concerned. So this medication is made by, or better known as Senna. Now, Senna has been around for decades, but it is not just the safe herb Senna, as they would like you to believe. It says natural vegetable laxative ingredients. While it may have once started out as that, but the active ingredient is Sennacides, and it's 8.6 milligrams. Now, Sennacides is active ingredient. It's one active ingredient found in the herb Senna. And when you extrapolate an active ingredient, it's now considered a drug, and it can be sold over the counter, but now FDA can approve it. The FDA doesn't approve herbs. It's not its job. Its job is to go hand in hand with the pharmaceutical industry and support it. Drugs are not natural. The herb Senna has many facets, including phytochemicals and many, many calming effects, as well as stimulating. Whereas Sennacides is a very stimulating element. It is active. Each of the tablets includes 20 milligrams of calcium. Now, why would you want to have calcium in a tablet that was meant for constipation relief? Calcium is a binder. It, to me, doesn't make sense to have calcium in that formula. Let's go over a list of ingredients besides senicides and calcium. We have crossgamellose sodium. Now, anytime you see "lose" after or at the end of a word, that means it is a fiber of some sort. Now, sawdust is a fiber, but you want to eat sawdust? So some of these lose products that are included are not digestible, so they're considered a fiber and they go right to the colon. But are they good for you? Do they support health? Well, let's go over some of these. So next ingredient is dicalcium phosphate. Now, you can look this up on the internet, but there's a lot of information that is of great concern when you look at dicalcium phosphate. Hypermellose is another one of the fibers. Magnesium stearate. Now, there's a lot of bad information, not bad information, information that relates to this being a bad thing to put in your body. It is generally used by capsule industries where it can release the capsule from the that which forms it. So it's really not magnesium as we know it. It's not a healthy thing to have. Now there's maltodextrin. Now, sugar. Why do you need sugar in a product that is supposed to be for support of elimination? And the next, the thing is another cellulose, another product that's going to bulk up. And then there's mineral oil. Now, mineral oil is derived from petrochemicals. It is in the distillation process, you get mineral oil. And years ago, people used to use mineral oil because it's like Vaseline. We were told it was okay, it was healthy, no problem. But mineral oil actually stops the cells from breathing. It interrupts the respiration of the cell. If you rub it on your skin, that means that you're no longer able to breathe through your skin, and your skin does need to breathe. It's very important. That's one of the reasons why many health experts say do not use Vaseline, because it interrupts the respiration of skin. So let's go on. Now we have polyethylene glycol. And according to the Mayo Clinic website, the side effects of this can cause blood in the stool, diarrhea, nausea, stomach cramps, or pain. Okay, that's, to me, not a good thing to have in something that's directed to the colon. So it also says other side effects not listed may also occur in some patients. So they're, letting you know that other side effects have been reported. And then there's talc. Seriously, does one need talc in a remedy for constipation? Each one of these ingredients has the potential for allergic response. I would encourage you to do your own research. Senna is something that you've always depended on. And it is unfortunately recommended by a lot of doctors to take before you have some kind of colon procedure, if you're having surgery of any kind, or if you're having a colonoscopy, please do your research. I personally wouldn't have a colonoscopy, but other than that, I also would never put Senna in my body, knowing what I know now. The natural herb Senna is much safer to take, and you can decide how slow or how aggressive you want to be with it. You can start out with a cup of tea. You can do a cup of tea 3 times a day. You can take it in capsule form. Well, it may be that you have other things that you need to check before you go to a laxative. For example, how much water am I drinking? Well, most people should drink half their body weight in ounces of water. So in other words, if you weigh 150 pounds, you should be drinking 75 ounces of water throughout the day. And one of the best ways to do that is as soon as you get up in the morning, drink at least 8 to 10 ounces of water. That's before you grab that cup of coffee, because coffee is actually a diuretic. In other words, it robs the body of liquid. So you want to make sure that the liquid is there before you drink your coffee in the morning. And then you want to ask yourself, well, how much soda or sports drinks or energy drinks do I drink throughout the day? And could I substitute that with water? And you could put lemon in it. You could put liquid chlorophyll in it. You could make herbal tea. Herbal teas are considered in that water range. So in other words, you could, if you drink a cup of chamomile tea, you can add that to your ounces of water during that day. But do make sure that you're drinking half of your ounces of water. So maybe 45 ounces of it, pure water. And the rest can be herbal teas or chlorophyll water or some other water that's going to help cleanse your system. We need to clean on the inside, but we clean on the outside. You take a shower periodically, sometimes every day. We don't think about how we cleanse the inside of our body. And the lymphatic system is part of that cleansing process. And if you have a lot of allergies and heavy mucus, you might consider drinking more water. You could add a little pinch of salt to the water and even make it better, because remember, the liquid in our body is salty. If you've ever accidentally or intentionally tasted salt, the tears, they're salty. And so is your skin, that the perspiration that comes out. That's why animals love to lick you, because they like that salt. So one place you don't want to drink a lot is during a meal, because when you drink during a meal, you're actually diluting the enzymes that are necessary for digesting that particular meal. You should be chewing your food well enough that you don't really need to gulp down water to wash down the food that you're eating. So, and to make sure that you're eating foods that actually contain a lot of water. So like vegetables, lettuce and celery and all of these good veggies that have a high water content are extremely good for you. And things like bone broth and liquids that really help your health. So I take digestive enzymes with each of my meals so that it supports better digestion. I'm in my upper 70s, and as one ages, your digestive ability is lower. So you actually, it begins around the age of 35 where you start losing enzymes and aren't able to make enough enzymes to digest your meal. So other than drinking a lot of water, what else could you do? How about fiber? How much fiber do you eat during the day? So the old adage of an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Well, that's absolutely true, because there's a lot of wonderful fiber in a juicy apple and other wonderful nutrients as well. And I did a whole video on apples that I'll share in the link below. So eating an apple a day is a really good health support. Children should be encouraged to be drinking water and to be eating fruits like apples and pears raw. Raisins are actually they need water to digest. So you're robbing the body of liquid when you eat raisins, and they have a high sugar content. So eating raisins daily, not exactly a healthy thing, or any dried fruit. When you're drinking water with the dried fruit, that helps. So how often should one eliminate? Well, I've had clients come in and say that they're normal, and I'll ask them, well, what does that mean to you? And they say, well, I go once a week. Now, that's not normal. You eat generally 2, maybe 3 meals a day, and there is refuse from that meal, things that your body doesn't use. Aside from the fact that your body is constantly creating new cells to replace the dead cells. And what is happening with those dead cells? Are they not getting eliminated like they should? You should have 2 to 3 bowel movements every single day. And people balk at that. They, well, you know, we have gotten to the point where we want our bowels to move on our time schedule. In other words, we get up in the morning, we take our shower, we go to the bathroom, and then we're done for the day. We can't have a bowel movement at work. We can't have a bowel movement at school. We can't. So we suppress the urge to have that second or even third bowel movement. And that's not good. You should be able to go in, have a movement, and come out. You should not be sitting there playing games on your device or reading a magazine or whatever it is one does in the bathroom. It is not healthy for you to do that. That's a good way to get hemorrhoids. Sitting there with that weight pressing down on the rectum. That's not a good idea. So maybe you don't want to drink Senna tea. What could be your answer? Well, a word from our sponsor. So this is Senna combination. I love this product. Now, every once in a while, something will interrupt, maybe vacations. They interrupt your schedule of going to the bathroom. Maybe it's some kind of procedure that you have. Medications will often constipate you. So you don't want to take this on a daily basis. You want to check water and fiber as what your daily needs are. But on an occasional need to create a stool softener or some kind of support for elimination, this is a wonderful product. Senna, excuse me, Senna is in it. And we know that Senna has properties that help the bowel to stimulate. What it does is it does this type of action. It creates the bile to be released, and bile is bitter, and it sort of puckers the colon to start moving. And then that's peristalsis continues on through to help with the movement. So there's basically two things that you need. You need stimulus for creating movement, and you need a feeling of fullness, and fiber helps to create that feeling of fullness. Now, constipation is often a result of poor digestion. And fennel seeds, ginger, and catnip are well known for their ability to support good digestion. You'll notice in here, there's no fillers, there's no binders or drugs. This is a pure product with simple ingredients that support health. In natural medicine, we talk about 4 eliminative organs. You have the colon, you have the kidneys, you have the respiratory, lungs, and you have the skin. So when you are constipated, not drinking enough water, so you're not flushing it through the kidneys, and you're congested in some sort, maybe allergies of some sort, the skin is going to take the hit. And many people who have acne or psoriasis or some kind of skin condition will not even consider looking at what the other 3 eliminative organs are doing. I have a whole video on the eliminative organs and their way they work, and I'll attach that in the description below. And if you follow the link in the description below for Senna combination, you'll get a 25% discount off of your entire order. So you can order chlorophyll water or whatever else that you find that would support better health. I believe that medicine is all around us, and that what keeps us from using that medicine is the lack of knowledge. So please share these videos. If you have a comment, you've used Senna before, or you just love growing the plant like I do, then I would love to hear from you, how you grow it, what you like about it. Gorgeous. It reminds me of the sensitive plant where you touch it and the leaves will fold. Very beautiful, lovely, bright yellow flowers, just a gorgeous plant to have. And I have one in my herb garden. And I also did a video, a June video, but Senna showed up right after that June video. So I will be doing another one late June, and you will see Senna plant then. So, you know, in this age, we never know when the supply chain is going to close up, or you're not going to be able to get your medication. And it's really good to have multiple sources, and having something like this in your medicine chest might be a good thing to invest in. Herbs can stay in their containers for up to 5 years past their expiration date. So it's a really good medicine to keep on hand that, you know, if you have a upper pantry, so to speak, it might be one that you would invest in. So I hope you're growing some food. Find a nook and cranny to plant something. I have nooks and crannies in all my flower gardens for food. I'm growing cabbages and cauliflower and different things in a lot of my gardens. So I want to thank you for taking the time to share this plant with me. And I hope that you share this video with others. The purpose of these videos is to help you understand that herbs and food help our body get back into balance. Disease occurs when the body goes out of balance. Doctors prescribe and diagnose disease. And that's not the purpose of this video. Natural medicine works with imbalances, and a lot of times that occurs through lack of knowledge. So I have 3 formats on my YouTube. There's this one, which is Health to Home, and it talks about herbs and how they can benefit our health, either through food or through other means. And then there's Gardening with Granny, which is maybe 3 to 5 minutes of plant wisdom and chats. And once a month, I do an hour-long herbal hour where I discuss, like I mentioned, different systems of the body, how the body works, and how you can support its health. So please like and share these videos. Subscribe to my channel. I would love to hear from you. If you have personal concerns, you can reach me at Dr. Mary at bornforhealth.com, and take control of your health. Do your research. Find out what is good for you, what's going to help you support your health, and how you can get to the real cause of what your concerns are. So until next time, please enjoy the beauty all around you. This is Dr. Mary for the health of it.